Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ad America. For those of you new here, Ad America is the U.S. Embassy's American Center, the place to learn more about American culture. Sobat America, my name is Aldi Rashid, and I will be your e-guide for today's event, overview of MBA degrees in the United States. But before we begin, we have a little question of the day for our online audience. And the question is it true or false that MBA degrees only focus on finance and accounting skills? If you think you know the answer, submit through our online platform to get a special shout out at the very end of the event. And now, Sobat America, without further ado, let me introduce our moderator for today. She is our very own Education USA advisor, Kak Caroline Darmanto.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to tonight's event. It's very nice to see all of you guys here. And if you guys can't join us here at America, thank you for tuning in through our social media platforms. My name is Caroline Darmanto. I'm one of the advisors here at America. And if you have never heard of Education USA before, let me give you a brief explanation of what Education USA is. Jadi Education USA adalah network under the US Department of State. Kita ada di lebih dari 170 negara di seluruh dunia dan kami hadir di sini untuk membantu teman-teman semua yang mau melanjutkan studinya ke United States. Entah itu untuk exchange programs, S1, S2 ataupun S3. Jadi kalau teman-teman semua di sini mungkin kebingungan mau memulai mendaftar dari mana, where to find the right schools for you, scholarship information, mau minta tolong bacakan review essay, CV atau resumenya, atau bahkan mau latihan mock interview sebelum interview dengan Fulbright, LPDP, atau bahkan dengan universitinya, please feel free to reach out to any of the advisors yang ada di Indonesia. So if you take a look at the map behind me here, bisa dilihat bahwa Education USA ada lebih dari di Jakarta aja. So we have one center in Aceh, in Medan, two in Jakarta, one here at America, the other one is at the US Embassy. We have one in Malang, one in Surabaya, one in Samarinda, and one in Makassar. And if you want to book an appointment with us, you can just scan the QR code right there, atau bisa langsung ke link yang ada di bawah ini, calendly.com/educationusa Indonesia. Kalau misalnya nanti tidak ada center di tempat teman-teman semua, misalnya ada di Semarang, di Bandung, yang mungkin tidak ada di peta di belakang saya, nggak usah takut. Karena semua advising session kita bisa dilakukan secara online via Google Meet atau via Zoom. Jadi we want to make sure that we can reach every single one of you dimanapun kalian berada di Indonesia. Alright, so that's all about Education USA for now. But we're gonna have a very exciting event tonight. It's about an MBA degree. MBA is one of the most popular degrees yang mungkin saya dapat di sini. At least satu dari 5 atau 6 orang yang datang untuk advising in Education USA tertarik untuk lanjut ke US untuk belajar MBA. Gitu. Jadi without further ado, please help me welcome our speaker, Brittany Zhang from the Johns Hopkins University. All right. Hi, Brittany. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Hello, everyone. It's really exciting for me to be here to introduce more about the MBA program, especially in the United States. So actually, this is my third time that came to the Indonesia, and also this is my third time in Jakarta. I'm really impressed by your excellence in business education and also your English skills. So now today, in the following hour, I will introduce more about the details about how to boost your careers with an MBA degree in the United States, and tell more about the business trend and what MBA will teach you and how to choose the right program for you. Yeah, especially for the master degree or MBA degree in the US. Is there the clicker? Oh, I will find my clicker as well. Well, even though it's my third time to Jakarta, maybe I'm not really familiar with it, so I will come back, in a few months. So First, let me introduce myself briefly. So I'm Brittany, and I'm a program manager in the Johns Hopkins University Carey Business School. And also another thing is really excited is I'm also an alum from Carey Business School. So I received 2 master degrees. One is in marketing and another is in the business analytics and risk management. I spent 1 year in Baltimore, Maryland, and another year in Washington, D.C. So I have experienced over 2 locations deeply. So if you have any questions, if you want to know more about these 2 cities, please feel free to contact me as well. And now I'm in charge of the student outreach in the worldwide, and I also like reaching out to the universities, organizations, Education USA branches, in the worldwide, and helping them to realize their dreams, especially in the higher education sector in the US. So first, let's have a kind of the overview, the whole picture of what kind of the degrees that offered by the U.S. universities and colleges. So typically in the university level, so we always offer the bachelor degree, master degree, and also the doctorate degree. And also based on different academic fields, there are so many kinds of the degrees as well. For example, in the bachelor degree, we will offer the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, and especially in the business field, it is called Bachelor of Business Administration. And for the master stage, so here is also Master of Arts, for example, the Master of Arts in Economics, and there are also Master of Science, and also what we will discuss more is Master of Business Administration. And also there are so many doctorate degrees. Which is really interesting is that a few years before, in my mind, I thought that there was just only one doctorate degree in the world, which is called the Doctor of Philosophy. But now when I am working, in the higher education sector, I just found that there are so many doctorate degrees beyond the PhD. For example, they have the Doctor of Science, Doctor of Education, and also some schools, they offer the Doctor of Business as well. So if you want to explore more, you can just Google it or just go to their official website to find more information about that. And also about the kind of the business and management education, especially the development of it. So we can find that the first business school was only established in the past 200 years, in 1819. And now just 200 years passed, and there are more than 11,000 business schools around the world. So you can see we have a huge progress in these years. And also, when it comes to the application trends in the business education, we can find some interesting things. So first is that in the past few decades, 15 to 16 years, we can find that there is a consistent growth of the application to specialized master programs. So you may wonder what specialized master programs are. So they are different from the MBA program. So MBA is focused on you can know from the name, Master of Science in Business Administration. And the specialized master program is kind of the Master of Science in Finance, Master of Science in Accounting, Master of Science in Supply Chain, etc. So those are just focused on one particular area. But MBAs will go broader than that. And also, from 2016 to now, we can see that this interdisciplinary approach in business education, which always found in STEM designated program, so this become the most popular one among all the applications. So, for example, in around 2015, Master of Science is the most popular one among all the applicants. millions of students apply for this kind of program. But however, now we can find that the business analytics becomes the most competitive, the most popular one, because you can build more quantitative skills through this kind of the program. And also nowadays, AI is really a hot topic around the world. So many schools like us always are involved more, with the AI topics, like how to use AI in business world, and also how to establish the infrastructure of the AI in business is also crucial, nowadays. And also, when it comes to the MBA program, we can find that, actually there is for the international students, there is a consistent growth of the number of international applicants for both MBA and also for the Master of Science programs. And we can find that it's more common to take the online interview during your application, because the online interview is a really good approach for the for you to show your personalities, to show your kind of the communication skills. Yeah, because we are business people, right? We need to communicate, to interact with people every day. So it's a really good opportunity for you to show yourself and also to show your confidence. And also from the school side, the online interview is also a good chance for us, for the admission team, to know yourself better. Just like reading your essays is just kind of the the paper thing, but if we have a chance to chat with you online, it's more kind of more impressive, right? And also for the admission trend of the MBA, here's also something interesting. So because like I mentioned before, the demand of the MBA is consistently increasing. But however, the schools only have the limited space for the MBA students. So the spaces for the MBA students do not increase correspondingly. So we can see that the result is that the acceptance rate is kind of lower, because there is a kind of intensive competition here. So that's why many students, they just maybe turn to apply for the Master of Science program, because there are more choices for them to apply. And also when we just do the survey, or we want to figure out why there are so many students who want to pursue an MBA degree. So here is the reason. Just because there is also a demand for the students who want to improve their leadership skills, and also kind of a whole picture about how to do the business. So, and also they want to get an MBA to receive the management level. So that's why maybe so many students, they want to pursue an MBA degree, and also some companies, they're willing to sponsor their staff, maybe the management level, the manager, worker, they want to send them to learn about MBA and then get a promotion and promote them. And also many students, they want to do their own business, just they want to be the boss, they want to have their own startups. So they want to know how to run a business, in the business world. So that's why they want to choose the MBA to learn more broader, the whole picture, how to do the business with the global insight. And also, besides the in-person on-site MBA program, the online, the flexible MBA program is also really sought after now, because it's more flexible for the students to take the courses, because many of them, they are working professionals. So they also want to do their job, at work day, and then they want to earn an MBA degree, maybe in the weekend and also after their work. So the online MBA is more flexible and also more convenient and kind of more cost effective for them, because the you don't need to pay for your living cost, right? And also you can do your job to earn money at the same time. But yeah, it depends on you, I would like to say, because in-person study will give you more, like beyond the knowledge. Like you can have more experience, cultural experience, or like the academic experience with the professors, with your classmates. And also in a campus, in a school, there are so many extracurricular activities. So you can only attend this kind of activities by your own, like by yourself, to do the on-site learning. But for the but like because financial is always the first concerns. So just like you can make the decision by your own, just like to try your best and find what is the most fit for you. And also, I know that STEM designated program is really popular in both Indonesia and also in the US. But some of you may not be so aware of what STEM is. So I want to introduce with some more detailed information. So STEM means four academic words: S for science, T for technology, E for engineering, and M for mathematics. So I can just like introduce more from two sides. One is from the academic side. So if a program is STEM designated, it means that's more than 50%, 50, more than 50% of the courses will focus on how to deal with the data. Will focus on the computational statistical, analytics skills for you. And for the policy side, so you may have heard about OPT, right? So optional practical training. So this period permits international students to find a job to get employed in the United States. So if you graduated from a STEM designated program, it means that you can use OPT like to remain in the US to find a job up to 3 years. But for non-STEM program, it's only 1 year. So you can see the difference, 1 year versus 3 years. So it's kind of 3 times above, right? So if you want to remain in the US to find a job, so we really recommend you to apply for the STEM designated program. And also here are so many employer demands for the STEM graduates in recent years and also in the following years. You can see from the research, we can find that there is a consistent demand, increasing for the there are so many job opportunities for the STEM workers in the following years, and also especially for some specific hot topic areas. For example, like the fintech, the supply chain, the ESG. Sustainability is always huge topic for all human beings. So for this hot topics, sector, there is a huge shortage for the STEM workers in the following years as well, which means that you have more job opportunities. And also, again, here are so many benefits for the STEM designated graduates. And also, please make sure that the internship or the job that you have should be related to the program that you learn about it. So, for example, if you use OPT, for example, if you graduated from a marketing program, you'd better to find a job that's related to marketing. For example, like doing with the branding, customer relations management, or like the marketing specialist, or like working with the social media, etc. But do not just wash dishes in an Indonesian restaurant in the US. It is nothing related to the marketing. So just make sure that you need to find a job that related to the topic, to the program that you have graduated from. And also, I would like to share something more about the MBA program. So the MBA program is always developing the functional business skills. Like we go broader, not only focus on one specific area, but like the whole picture, how to run the business in a higher level. Just like we just built the skills leadership, built for what next. So typically, here is the requirement for the full-time experience when you apply for the MBA programs. For example, our Carey Business School, we required at least 2 years of full-time working experience when you apply for the MBA. And the requirements is different from schools to school. So yeah, it will be better if you can double check with the school's official website, of your dream schools. And also for the program structure, typically in the United States, the MBA program always takes 2 years, full-time 2 years program. And because many students, they have different academic and also career background. For example, many students, even if they are kind of the bachelor degree was in engineering, biotechnology, or social science, but after they working for a couple of years, they want to learn more about business, and they want to reach the senior management level in the future to get a promotion. So that's why they want to take the MBA program to help them to boost, in their careers. So for the first year, we need to give them a better understanding, a better sense of the business. So that's why for the 2 years MBA program, in the first year, they will study for some business foundation courses, like the business theories, management theories, communication skills, and also for the financial reporting, accounting, etc. Just build the foundation, for the future. And also for the second years, for many schools, students will have some concentrations and also some specializations based on their career interest. For example, for our school, we have 2 tracks. One is focused on the healthcare sector, and another is focused on the data science, data analytics. So it depends on the students' career goals or their interest to just select what they want to study in the future. And also some schools also offer the dual degree or joint degree. For example, you can earn an MBA, in the business school, and also maybe an MA, Master of Arts of the economics, or some the social science or the public health, at the same time. So it depends on the schools. So if you have any interest, please just go to the official website and find more information. So because we finished the MBA, so then let's move on to the specialized master programs. So compared to MBA, the specialized master program always focus on one particular area of study, like the finance, accounting, marketing, business analytics, supply chain, etc. And what is really interesting is that the full-time working experience is always not required when you apply for the Master of Science program. So if you want to study just right after you finish your undergraduate program, you can just apply for the specialized master program. And also in the United States, typically the master degree in business will only take 1 year to finish the program. So I think it is a kind of the system difference between the Indonesia and also in the US. I know in Indonesia, it always takes around 2 or 3 years to receive a master degree, right? So because you need to finish the final projects or the final thesis, the final paper, which is really a huge work of that. So that's why maybe you need to take 2 or 3 years for the master degree. But in the US, commonly, it's only the coursework. You only need to finish all the courses and then pass all the exams, and then you can receive the degree. That's why 1-year program works. So if you want to finish your master degree quickly, then like either earlier than before than others, or like to earn money quicker than others, you can just choose to study for the master program in the United States. So now it's maybe will be confused, like how to choose a master degree. Like there is an MBA, and also there are so many specialized master program. So how to make the decision? So every time when the students come out with these questions, I always ask you like why you want to decide to get an MBA, a master degree. So what is the reason? So if you know the reason, if you know the answer, so maybe you can know how to choose between an MBA or a specialized master programs. So here I listed the top reasons, from the survey, from the research, that's why people always want to get a master degree in business sector. So some students think like, they have academic interest in change or the career in change. Career interest change. It's really common because like, when you're studying at the undergraduate degree, after studying for like 2 or 3 years, you may find that, that I just want to try something new, or like, I want to do business, in the future, not just like, do the do the surgery, as a doctor, or like, do the engineering, just working in a factory that's far away from the city, far away from the from your family. So sometimes people's mind always change. So if you want to change your career path in the future, to change your life, the work in the rest of your life, studying for a master degree is more convenient for you because you can know the knowledge, from scratch, from 0 to 1. So in this situation, I would like to say the specialized master program is more suitable for you because you can know the knowledge, like, specifically focusing on one particular area. And it also, if you want to be the expert in some fields, for example, if you want to be expert in consulting or like be the expert in the finance, right? So in auditing, right? So I would like to say the specialized master program will be better as well, because you can dig more, like, deeper, have the deeper knowledge, from this field. And if you only want to get a promotion, or like if you want to only want to increase your salary because maybe your company said that, okay, you can only get a promotion if you get a master degree, no matter what kind of the masters are. So so now it depends, like, it depends on your decision, like why you want, like, choose an MBA or specialized master program. You can consider about the loss, the total cost, or the location, or some other things. It just depends on you. And if you really want to reach the management level, especially the senior leadership, the management level, you want to do your own business, you want to have a whole picture of the business, how to run a company, I think maybe the MBA program is relatively more suitable for you. So that's why we call, like, how to choose the right fit program. So first one is like what I mentioned before. So you need to find out your career and also the academic interest. It's not always linear, so people always change their mind. So you need to find your true love, right, for your rest of the life in the academic and also in the career sector. And the second thing that you need to consider is about the rankings or the brandings of the schools. Yeah, I know, like, the brandings or the rankings is kind of a powerful proof of these teaching qualities, right? So, so I think, like, the QS or US News or Times always have the global rankings. So you can just do your research and to have some reference from it. And also, you can think about like whether the program or the research areas is fits your needs. Just like you can go through the official website, you can go through the faculty's dictionary to find that like what do these professors do for the research every day. Is that match your what you want to learn? Right. So, for example, our Carey Business School, many professors they do their research combining with the healthcare and with the business, and also combine the AI and the business. So, if you are really interested in this kind of area, you can just go ahead, and find more information about it, and to find out if it's fit for you. And also, you can think about the type of the program. So, kind of like detect the type of the teaching style. Like, do you want to always take the literature, or you want to do the seminar? What kind of the teaching styles really suit for you that you like most? Because different schools may have different teaching style. So you can also like request or see some like videos, the examples of the literatures, through the website to find what fits your needs or like what you like most. And also another thing is really important I know is about the funding opportunities. Just like what kind of the scholarship can provided by the school, right? Because the financials like thing is always the top consideration. So some schools they offer the merit-based scholarship, some schools offer the need-based scholarship, and also we have some schools offers the on-campus job. So it's kind of like the assistantship, so because you can earn some money like for your living cost. And also some schools can offer the students loans. And also there are LPDP, in Indonesia, and also we have the Fulbright scholarship from the Education USA as well. So you can find more information about how to find the fundings to support your studies, you especially studying abroad. And also location is one of the important factors when you decide how which university or which schools that you need to pursue as well. For example, if you just like the life, the student life or the life after school in big cities or in the small towns is totally different. It means that, for example, like in kind of the big cities, there are more job opportunities, more social networking opportunities for you. It can help you to explore more for your future career path. Yeah, and for some, and also for if you study in a small village because it's really quiet. So I think it's kind of like you can have more benefit, to pay more attention, to pay more efforts in your study and give a really good grade. So it depends on you, and location I would like to say is really an important factor. Yeah. And also you need to find what materials is required when you do the application. So typically for the business programs, so when you absolutely because you are studying in the United States, so the English requirements is almost come to first. For example, schools always accept TOEFL or IELTS or PTE or Duolingo, and it depends on different schools. And also because you may earn your bachelor degree outside of the United States, so your transcript should be evaluated course by course by recognized agencies. And also you need to submit the essays or we call it personal statement to illustrate your passion, your stories, your motivation, like why you want to pursue a higher degree in the US. And also resume and the recommendation letter are always required as well. And GMAT or GRE, is for some university, GMAT or GRE is optional. It's not mandatory. But for some universities, GRE or GMAT is required. So just pay more attention and to be careful to go through the official website of your dream schools to find the requirement of what kind of the materials are required for your application. And also, mostly the universities always have the multiple deadlines, application deadlines, because we are really friendly to the international students. We just want to gain more opportunities, for the international students. For example, our school always have 3 rounds for the Master of Science program, and the deadlines are always in October, January, or March. So it's kind of it's kind of the same maybe. So you can also go through the official website as well. And also, I always hear some students said that, oh, I have a kind of relatively low GPA or GMAT or TOEFL, IELTS, so I might qualified to apply for the master degree in the US, or what should I do if I had this kind of this situation. So I would like to say, in the United States, typically in general, the schools always do the holistic evaluation, which means that we do not only focus on the scores. We do not only focus on the GPA or GMAT, GRE, TOEFL, or IELTS, but everything. Just like we want to know your personalities, we want to know your previous experience, what do you think, and also what kind of skills do you want to build, and what you want to do after you graduated from the program. So it would be better if you can show your passions, show your motivations, and just tell the truth, why you want to choose this program and why you want to study at these schools as well. And also because our admission team rate your essays every day, plenty of the essays. So please make sure that make yourself unique. Just tell your unique stories and to give us a fully good impression about that. And also you can illustrate your strengths, your talents. Yeah, that's all really, really important when you're writing the essays. That's why our admission commitments always review your application as a whole, because we want to know more about you. And also, when you think about, there are so many million of students apply for the program. So how could I stand out among all these students? So I would like to say that you can think about yourself. Think where are you today and what you want to be in the 5 years or even in 10 years. And you need to have a clear career goals, especially you can, and also you can think about how can this master program help you to build your strengths, build your skill set in the future, and how can you use this skill set to get the achievement in the future. So it may take you a couple of hours or even a couple of days to figure it out, but I think it's worth to do that. So you need to know yourself, absolutely, and then you can tell your story clearly to our admission team. And also, I would like to say, when it comes to the scholarship, I will say the Indonesian government have the LPDP program, and it is for the master and doctorate degrees. And also, fortunately, our school and many U.S. schools, they are in the list of the LPDP. So if you want to study for these universities, you can absolutely apply for LPDP as well. And LPDP is really amazing because it not only cover the tuitions, but also the living cost, the flight tickets, just living allowance, just like everything. Oops. Yeah. So now, like, you may wonder, oh, there are so many information. So should I do now? So what I should do, or like, what should I do next? What is the next step? So here's the thing. So yeah, I know, like, many, because you want to study abroad, like, in especially in United States, it's really far away from here, right? Far away from Indonesia. So if you want to know best about the school, about the campus, you can absolutely arrange a campus visit, or like, the virtual campus visit, to know about your dream schools. And also you can find the current students, or like university representatives like me, to learn more about what the school always offer, for the students, especially for the international students. Not only for the knowledge, for the classroom, for the literature, but also, do you have some extracurricular activities? So, or like, do you have some, like, the wellness support, like, from also physically to the mentally, just like keep you in healthy, like that. So you can find more information about it. And also, it's always a smart way for you to attend the information sessions and also the graduate fairs. Yeah, to have more information, just because, like, especially in the fairs, there are so many schools representatives from all around the world. So you can get many information at the same time during one fair. And also, because the deadlines always, I know the schedule may be kind of tight, so just, yeah, keep in mind and prepare the timeline for applying, and don't miss any deadlines. And also, I would like to say it also be a smart way to work with the Fulbright, or work with the Education USA advisor, like, to receive the suggestions about how to apply for the program, and about, what you can do for the next step to apply for the United States programs. Yeah, and this is today's sharing, and thanks you so much for attending this event online or offline. So if you have any questions, or if you have any interest about our school, please feel free to contact with me, or like, through the WhatsApp or through the email. And also, if you are interested in our Caribbean school, Johns Hopkins University is ranked number 6 in the US and number 10 globally. So if you want to know more about us, you can absolutely scan this QR code and tell us about your academic interest or the career interest. Yeah, that's all for today's sharing. Thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Brittany. You may have a seat. And we're going to have a Q&A session with the audience here, and we'll also take questions from our audience online. But before we get there, I do have a few questions for you first. But that was a very comprehensive presentation. That was a lot of information to digest. But thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So in the presentation, you mentioned that universities, or maybe most universities, review the applications as a whole.
Yeah.
Do you mind elaborating more on that? What it means by whole, and which aspects do universities usually look at a little more compared to the other, if there's any?
Yeah, of course. So I think it's kind of different, between the U.S. or some schools in other countries. So for the United States, because we want to, like, think in the talents that, like, do everything well, right? Not only just good at math, but nothing in communication skills. Like, we want to seek the students, like, are good at everything, kind of like that. So that's why we do a holistic evaluation. And also for the kind of the score, like, the test, we know, like, something happens when you're, like, taking the test. So maybe you're not, like, your performance may not good, at the, for the scores. But I know that, it cannot show you at all, right? You have more advantage. You have more, like, expertise in other aspects. So we want to see your talents, your strengths as a whole, especially like from the essays and from the interview, the online interview. Yeah, especially for the business sector, because like as a business students or business people, like you need to uh, interact, communicate with people every day, and you need to like have this sense of the problem solving or like critical thinking. So that's why like I think it can be like yeah, it can be showed through the performance, in the essays or in the internship. Yeah, interview. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you mention interview? Do you, or at least if you know any other cases from other universities, but do you interview all the applicants at Johns Hopkins?
Yes. So online interview is one section of your online application. So everyone should finish your online interview, and then our admission team will review your application, including your interview.
Okay, so it's not an interview by Zoom or phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's through the kind of through our application
The
platform.
Yeah. Okay, so it's recorded like
Yeah.
a 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
recording,
got it. So no, but is it common for universities to do like a Zoom interview or a phone interview with the applicants?
Yes. So sometimes, some schools they do not have the interview to be recorded. It's just like it's a live interview, like one-on-one. Yeah, just like the admission staff. Yeah, like use the Zoom to interview yeah, just like that.
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, so we're gonna take a question from the audience here. Yeah?
Okay,
Are you
sure.
ready for that? Okay. So, okay, that's very enthusiastic. I like it. Okay, let's wait for the microphone. Introduce yourself and then ask us your question.
Hello, my name is Putri. Actually, I think this is like a destiny because I just got from the gym and then I saw LPDP and then admission for MBA, and I'm actually looking for MBA program.
Nice.
Okay. And this is like from Johns Hopkins University. Also, I'm fluent in Mandarin. Are you Chinese?
Oh, really?
Yes. 所以我觉得这个是一个缘分。Are you Chinese or I'm wrong?
Yeah, I
You
can
are?
know Mandarin. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Please do not Cantonese. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So right now I work in Focus Media, Indonesia Focus Media or Target Media Nusantara, which is Yin Even Chong Chuan Mei. Maybe you know. Okay. And then my question is, I did master degree before, but I dropped out because at that time my major was translation. My bachelor degree was international relations, and I enjoy it. But then at that time, when I started to study translation, which is in China, I thought that maybe I just need Mandarin skills, and then I can just work from home. And then, but later when I come back, I quit for a while, and then I work in here all through my career. All of them are with Chinese companies. And the last time I gained interest in economics or MBA related major. Now, because you're at the admissions office, when you see, like such applicant background in which, and I'm 87, so I'm not that young. I'm 37 at the end of the month. So I mean, like judging from my background, how big or small is it the chance for me to get admitted to the school, such prestigious Johns Hopkins school, and then for the program? You might judge like, oh, because you dropped out from the master degree before, we're not sure that you have the the same commitment to go for the postgrad study. I mean, how do you measure that? What's like the metric or sort of, yeah.
That's a very good question. What's your name again?
Putri.
Putri. Okay. Thank you for the question, Putri.
Yes.
Brittany, you take that.
Yeah, that's really a good question. Just like I always be asked, like this kind of questions. Just like so, I really understood your situation. Just like we want to say, we always found that the career interest or the academic interest is not linear. Like people always change their mind, so that is really common. So that's why at least our school, we do not have the limitation of your academic background. So yeah, even though you're do the translation, or maybe you're like working for the linguist, just kind of translation things in before. But if you want to switch into the business field, we are willing to provide you an opportunity to study for the MBA or the Master of Science programs. Yeah. So that's all for the education, right? So yeah, because everybody is equal, is equally based on your previous experience. Yeah, and also I want to share some personal experience, because I also graduated from Carey Business School. For example, when I was studying, some of my classmates, their undergraduate major are not business related. For example, some of them are from the computer science, some of them from the French, French literature, some from the Chinese literature, and some from the and also some from the biotechnology, etc. So you can see we're so many diversified background here, and we provide the opportunities for every student here. But I would like to share a little bit tips about for your application, so you can absolutely enhance why you want to switch, from translating or to the business. Yeah, when you write your essays. Yeah, I think that is really important, because, for example, from the perspective of the school or of the admission team, we really want students who have this strong motivation to study this major or this program, and they are they really want to not to change the world, but also they have the clear career goals or career paths in their mind. So that's why we think okay, we can help you, because you have a clear or kind of clear destination, clear goals. So we think, oh, right, we are really happy to see this kind of students, and we can help you in the future as well. So that's all the tips.
So I think if I may add, Putra, I really like your question because it's very specific and we don't get that question a lot. So I'll add a few information on that. Also, 37 is still young. I'm older, so please don't say that. So anyways, so you mentioned that you dropped out from your master's degree, right? But correct me if I'm wrong, Brittany, but most universities during the application process and the platform, they usually have a space where you can elaborate more on your story if there's anything within your background, academic or professional, that needs more elaboration, right? So let's say if you mentioned earlier that you have a lower GRE score, lower GMAT score, you can explain that on that section. If let's say there's a huge dip on the maybe for 1 year or 1 semester during the graduate study, you may also elaborate that on the section, right? So you actually have a chance, and I think that relates to my previous question where I asked about how universities view the applications holistically, right? Because they really consider everything, every aspect that you have from your background, and basically they want to learn more about what you want to do in the future. So it's okay to change your mind. It's okay if you're not that confident, please don't be. But you just need to be able to justify and why you did take that decision to begin with. Okay, all right, so we'll take another question from the audience. Yeah, anyone here want to ask more question? Okay, please introduce yourself and ask us your question.
Hi, my name is Magda. You said that AI is specific topic in MBA. May I get your story about that, especially for AI?
Yeah, of course. So AI is it's such a really hot topic these days, and it seems like everywhere you can say AI, right? And also you can know ChatGPT, they have 2 million users, millions users only in 2 months. So you can see, that is a huge potential, marketing size, in the future with the AI. And also, especially for the business field, we always take, we always like to teach how to use AI as a tool to help you to generate the ideas, the data, and also the business trend. Yeah, just using the AI. It's more kind of so first it's more focused on the application, more focused on the practical ways. And second one is that, because it's a kind of the business topic, right? So we also to kind of use the AI kind of like a case study, kind of about the business mode, about how to achieve this kind of achievement in the future, etc. like that. And also I want to say, we also have a Master of Science in Information System and Artificial Intelligence for Use. So it is specialized master program. And besides focus on the application of the AI, that's program focus more on the developing, focus on the infrastructure and establishment of the AI. So after graduate from this kind of program, you can know how to build, AI, in the future. Not just use it, but build it.
Any more questions? Does that answer?
Yes, I have the second.
Yes, okay.
How about I have a passion for the contribution or non-profit, but my background company is operation. But based on your advice that we have to plan what we do today and for the next 5 years. Do you have a recommendation? Should we focus for our passion or for the future needed or anything?
I think it's more about your career goals, about your career development in the future, in 5 years or in 10 years. So, for example, some people only want to deep more in one specific area, just like they want to be the expert in in one field, right? But for example, like in consulting, for example, they want to be the senior consultant, just like in the rest of their life. But some people, they just want to move to the management level. For example, they want to do the manager, senior manager, director, etc. in the future. So just go to so there is kind of the two ways. One is for the technology way, and another is from the management way, pathways, right? So I think maybe you can think about it, what way that you want most. That is first one. And second, because we can see that somebody always change their mind, right, about your careers in the future. So it's also kind of you need to decide what you want to do in the rest of your life. Just do you want to stay stay in this kind of the company, or in this industry, or you just want to switch to another industry in the future, or you want to have more experience in different industry, maybe every 3 years, every 5 years, etc.
Does that answer your question? Okay, so I kind of have a question that relates to, not really related, but it's about AI too. So what's your stand on AI usage for essay writing? Because I know it's kind of a hot debate right now, and it's almost inevitable that people use AI. But any advice in terms of how to use that for the purpose of writing?
Yeah, that is really kind of like a sensitive topic. Just one thing I want to clarify is that do not use AI to do your homework for 100% like that. So so it should be your homework, not AI's homework. So if you do the homework totally by AI, it's not good. Please do not do that. But I would say you can use AI to help you, to inspire you about the insights or about the ideas. Just you can, kind of use it as a tool. So but do not use it as a whole.
So, I mean, so there should be a boundary, right? Where, to what extent can someone use AI to help them write the essay? So let's say if I were to write the essay and I say, hey, AI bot, what should I write for my essay? What, I guess, what are the typical structures people use for writing an application essay? So that maybe is still okay. But if, let's say, here's the prompt, now write the essay for me. Now, that is obviously not allowed, right?
Yeah, of course. And also, I think like because AI is like it's not real human being, right? So yeah. So if, for example, for your essays, we really want to see your unique strengths, your unique story. But for AI, if you just let AI to write a story or write an essay for you, the AI doesn't know you best. You know yourself best, right? So that's why you can see the difference. The AI can do the work, but cannot do the best work. Maybe especially in writing the essays or assignment. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess that would be a good advice for everyone, right? Because usually admissions, people will be able to tell when something is not really written by them. Is that true? Because that's what I hear.
Well, I would like to say yes because if a staff from the admission team he works for a couple of years, well, definitely we can find that like when we read the essay, we can know it's written by yourself. Oh, it's maybe probably not. So yeah, yeah.
All right, thank you. Okay, do we have any more question from the audience here? Okay.
Hello, Brittany. Thank you so much for sharing with us. My name is Catherine. I would like to ask you about the reason why you took two master's degree because thank God this year I graduate from master degree in IPB University, and I just curious about MBA, and I thought that every person is after reaching master degree they will take a doctor degree and just go higher. That I just curious about the reason why you took master degree double then took a doctor degree. Can you tell us about it? Thank you.
Well, yeah. So every time when I just like introduce myself, everybody maybe they always ask, "Wow, you took two master degrees. Why?" So yeah, it's really common for me. So actually, yeah. So before I joined the Carey's Global Collaborations team as a full-time employee, so I used to work as a senior consultant at Deloitte and also in Accenture. So yeah, because when I was studying at Carey, my career goals, is to be a consultant in the consulting industry. So I think I need to learn more, things, right? So first I take the Master of Science in Marketing. So I think kind of the marketing and the business analytics and artificial intelligence. At that time, it's called business analytics and risk management. So I think these two majors kind of the two legs of one person. So marketing is more focused on the external, focus on the clients, the customer, right? What's the marketing? Yeah, the outcome of the marketing. So what are the customer says, right? Like that. But for the business analytics and the risk management, it's more focused on the operation. So it's like more internal one, just like how to deal with the risk, how to control, how to recognize, how to control, or how to mitigate the risk for the company internally, right? So it's a kind of I always say like two legs of one person. So if you have two legs, so you are a person. So you can, if you know both external and internal, you can kind of like get a whole picture, of the company. Yeah, so that's why I think it's really helped me a lot when I was doing the consulting things. Yeah, so that's why I have two master degrees, and also at that time I think if I want to be a professor in a university, so maybe I should take the PhD degree. But yeah, from at that point I only want to be a consulting, a consultant in the consulting firm. So that's why I took 2 master degrees. So you can see, yes, the career interest always change. Yeah.
Okay. Does that answer your question, or do you have any more questions? No. Okay. All right. So while we're talking about the degrees itself, right? You mentioned there's PhD, there's the Doctor of Business Administration. Okay. So a lot of the people here, they think, if they want to take an MBA, that's just to further their career, to boost their career. And if someone were to take a doctoral degree, that's because they want to be an academia.
Yeah.
Right. So, where do you see this Doctor of Business Administration stand? Do you think it's between the both? Because usually a master's degree in business is more practical, more for like the workforce. But at the same time, doctoral degree is very much academia usually. So, I guess, can you elaborate more on this?
Yeah, I think, well, this is really a good question. So first, let's talk more about the loans, like the program loans of this kind of 2 program. So typically in the United States, if you want to get a PhD, it always takes you at least 5 years. Yeah, at least 5 years. And so yeah, and you need to write so many papers of that, right? So yeah, so maybe some students will say, oh my God, that's too much for me. So maybe I want to take another program. And also for MBA program in the US, it always takes you 2 years. And for the Master of Science program, specialized master program is only 1 year. So you can see, it depends on you, right? 1 year, 2 years, or even 5 or more, years of study. That is the first one. And the second one is that, if you are pursuing a doctoral degree, you need to do so many research and write so many papers. It's more academic one, more research one. But for the MBA or the Master of Science, a specialized master program, it's more practical. It's more focused on how to use the knowledge that you learn from the classroom in the real business world. So that's why we can see there are in some programs there are that we call the experiential learning courses. It's just during that kind of the courses, it's always a capstone projects, which means that you can work with the real business world clients to help them to solve their problem, to give your the business recommendations for them. And sometimes your grade may be decided by the companies. So it's more practical. But for the PhD is more academic, more focused on the research. You can just it depends on your interest. What do you want to do? What you are good at. Some people good at doing research. Some people are not.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Do you have any more questions from the audience here? Anyone? Okay. So it feels like everyone's asking at least one question. This is good.
Really good. Really, actively engaged.
Okay, thank you. For the first, I wanna say thank you for your presentation. To be honest, I got some new information from your presentation that I didn't hear before, and I'm very grateful for that. And I just curious about one thing that I think is so related with MBA program, which is networking. I just curious about your own experience. Have you ever faced any challenges that you face when you met new friends that come from different culture or have a very different perception between you are? And I just want to ask you, maybe is there any tips or trick that how to maximize our networking opportunity during the program? I think it's it's a golden opportunity to able to network with various people that come from any kind of countries and different background, and I think we have to maximize that opportunity, right? That's all. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. That's excellent. Okay, Brittany.
Okay, that's always you always ask great questions. Yeah. So first, yeah, in the United States, we really welcome students from different cultural background. So that's why every year, Open Doors always, yeah, they just release their latest research. So you can see every year so many international students come to the United States for the study. So you can see we are really open-minded, for the international students, and also from our, for example, from one of my classmates, he's from the Bangladesh, and he says that the life in the U.S., studying in the U.S. is really life-changing. It provides him an opportunity to know about the different culture, with, and also to like cooperate, like work with the people with different culture, and also to expand his social networking, right? And also I would like to say that's all why, I would say sometimes we said like, the onset, in person program is kind of like, maybe better than the online program, because for the in-person program you can meet your classmates face to face, and also you can attend so many career fairs, and also the workshops, industry connections, speaking series, etc., like, locally in the United States. Those are really good opportunity for you to reach out to the working professionals in the U.S. from the companies, right, in the U.S. And also it's a good chance for you to build your own social networking by talking to them and like, like that. So, and also because, we are the business students, we are the business people, right? Networking is really an important part for us, right? So maybe you can just like some business opportunities may just come out when you reaching out to some others through the alumni networking or like social networking by your own. And also I would like to say when you do the research or like, when you make a decision like, which universities that you're choosing. So one factor it also comes out with the networking with the alumni, right? Just like, does this university have a strong alumni network around the world or in some specific region? For example, like in Indonesia or in Asia or in the United States, in Middle East, etc. So you can see, social networking is a really, it's really a crucial part.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now, related to that and to your answer just now, network is very important in an MBA degree, right? So you mentioned how we can ask the university in terms of like how big the alumni network is, right? Do you have any information in terms of like how big the alumni network is from your university in Indonesia or maybe in Southeast Asia?
Yeah, yeah. So it's so for example, from the university's level, so far we only have the data about the alumni, social networking, like, for all around the world.
Yeah.
Maybe not that specifically for one country or one region. But I think, we are the global talent, right? We're not just focused on one country or one region. So for example, the Johns Hopkins University, so far we have around more than 260,000 alumni around the world. And then also specifically for the Carey Business School, we have more than 30,000 alumni. So I think it's kind of like a good number for the social network.
Yeah. I mean that's a good number. That's a really big number. So I mean you can connect with any of the alumni basically wherever you go, right?
Yeah, and also we have many student organizations as well. So you can absolutely build their social networking maybe more regionally, from the student organization. For example, at Carey, we have the Muslim students business association. Yes, so that's why we welcome students from any culture, and also we have the Chinese student scholar association. We have the Indian student association, and also we have the women in business. So we treat you equally yeah, absolutely, yeah, for each gender like that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, my next question would be about scholarship. We kind of mentioned that briefly, LPDP Fulbright. But what I want to know is, because MBA is very expensive, right? So, what are the options for students, especially for international students, to receive more scholarship? I know you mentioned there's merit based, there's need based, but maybe you can use your school as an example in terms of I guess how much scholarships you guys give out to international students on an annual basis.
Okay. So also take our university as an example. So for Carey Business School, we have the Dean's Scholarship. It's from 20,000 US dollars up to the whole tuition. And also, especially for the MBA candidates, we also have some special endorsed, scholarship. But this kind of amount or maybe slightly different, year to year, yeah, because of the sponsor. But absolutely, Dean scholarship is open to every applicants. And also, we are really friendly for our applicants because you don't need to apply for the scholarship separately. Just like you only need to submit the application towards the program. And our admission team will review whether you're admissible and whether you're eligible for the scholarship and how much we can offer you for the scholarship at the same time. So all the workload is, from our side. You don't need to do anything else but build a strong application.
Yeah. So that's a huge amount, 20,000 up to full tuition, right? Yeah. And from what I heard from any other schools is that if you receive one scholarship and you receive another scholarship from maybe a different program or anything, you can stack them up until it goes up to the full tuition. Is that how it is at Johns Hopkins too?
Well, I think this is maybe it is a question for the government, yeah, but because for our school side we only kind of maybe we can provide the Dean scholarship, but if you also receive the scholarship from the Fulbright or from the LPDP, I think that's a question for them.
I think maybe they don't need more, right? But if you receive a scholarship from, let's say, from the Dean scholarship, and then maybe another scholarship from another association, is that okay to stack them up?
Yeah, I think it would be fine, but I think it would be better to be double checked with both parties. Yeah.
So everything has always to be double checked with both parties or anyone who gives the scholarship.
Because sometimes policy always change. Yeah, maybe year by year. So yeah.
Okay. All right, got it. Do we have any more questions from the audience here? We have about 5 minutes left. Anyone want to ask anything? No? All right. Okay. So I guess if there's no more question, Brittany, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for the presentation. Anyone, if you have any more question and you want to reach out to Brittany, you can. They can take a picture of your contact information, right?
Yeah.
Feel free to connect with her. Thank you so much for coming, and we hope to see you again at the next Education USA event. Thank you so much. And Ali, floor is back yours.
Thank you very much to our amazing moderator and speaker for tonight's event. And Sobat America, earlier in today's event, we asked a question of the day, which was, is it true or false that MBA degrees only focus on finance and accounting skills? And the correct answer to that is false. MBA programs also cover extensive subjects like leadership, marketing, operations, and strategy. Congratulations to @Farbinasa from Instagram for getting the correct answer. And Sobat America, for more information about Ad America, please do follow our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube @AT America. Also, for more information about higher studies in the United States, you can follow the Instagram of @EducationUSA Indonesia. My name is Aldi Rashid with the entire Ad America team saying thank you and see you guys at the next Ad America event. Bye everyone.